folks, this is Chris from Circus, and today we're going to be talking about the bass lines on Across the Line. And what I'm playing right now is what I usually play. It's a fretless bass, 5-string. It's my favorite of my basses. I use it for most of the album, except for this one song, the title track, instrumental, Across the Line. And for this one I needed something with a little bit more punch, a little more oomph to it. And so I switched off to this bass. Whoa, this one right here. This is a little PV grind 4-stringer that I keep around just to keep a little fretted 4-string bass on hand, because sometimes it's very useful. And this one has a very, very punchy sound to it, kind of like the old sound that Geddy Lee used to get when he played Rickenbackers. Just like that. So this is what I used on the instrumental, and let's take a look at how the bass line was put together. Okay, so bass lines, not the most exciting thing in all of music, but very necessary. Without it, the songs would lack a lot of bottom end and a lot of groove. So let's take a look at how we put together a bass line for a Go Circus song. First off, Ron sends me a track that you've seen him working on in the previous videos. And when I get it, it's already comped down to 2-track, and it sounds a little something like this. So there's no bass or anything really added to it. It seems to lack a little something. So what I'll do is I will sit and jam along with it, find my key, which in this case it's in B, and I'll just start messing around and seeing what I come up with. So I will sit and do something a little bit like this. So I'll do that for a little while until I really get the licks that I'm looking for, get the particular momentum that I need to put into the bass line. And by the time that I've done that, you get what you hear on the album. This is a little closer to this. Section, I wanted it to be a little smoother. Now, granted, bass lines aren't the most exciting thing in the world, but they can add an emotional depth to a piece of music, add a good bit of momentum and drive to it. And for this piece, the tempo switches at a certain point to 4/4. It's in 7/8 for the bulk of the piece. And when it does that, Ron really wrote a very emotional sounding section. It's got a lot of lift to it. And rather than go crazy over it, as I'd done for a good bit of the song, I wanted to kind of tone it down. So this is an example of how you can take something very, very simple and use it to lift a piece. This is the end section of the song. And what that does is it really gives a lot of drive and momentum, even though for the most part I'm just sitting here going, and different pick attack and that sort of thing, or finger attack in this case. I'm a guitar player, folks, so sue me. I think about picks first. So there you go. That's the essentials of a bass line for a Ghost Circus song.